so that my ceiling is my son's floor.
Big shout outs to Jordin Sparks on this, because 100% we should all be aspiring to our children's floor being our ceiling. But the statistics just don't support that. What studies show is that 60% of all Americans and 70% of African Americans have no estate plan at all, and that we are losing the majority of our earned wealth and assets at the generation transfer every time somebody is either getting sick or passing away. Now, much of this has to do with a lack of planning, right? If we don't have the plans in place to avoid court interference, to ensure that the assets stay together, to ensure that our beneficiaries, whether they be minor kids or aging adults or special needs individuals or differently abled, etc., that there's a plan in place for how they manage what we leave them. If there isn't a plan, what studies show is that those assets get squandered or lost within about 3 to 5 years of receipt. So we know that there's fees that come along with court process. We know that there's attorney's fees, etc. All of that which can be avoided to preserve the assets in our estate so that our ceiling really is the floor for our children, versus what's happening now where our children are starting over from scratch and at times a negative because we had a lack of planning. I'm Portia Wood, your favorite generational wealth planning attorney, and if you found this information helpful, like, follow, and share for more. If you need more in-depth information, go to the link in my profile where we have an upcoming webinar on wills, trusts, and generational wealth to talk about the process so that you won't be one of those 60 and 70% of people who don't have a plan in place. Be like Jordin Sparks. Make sure your ceiling is your child's floor. Build intergenerational wealth today. Make it an estate plan.